A massive influx of people coming to Bloomington for next month's eclipse. Some officials are concerned about possible impacts on cellular networks and communication lines on the day of the big event. Isabella Vesperini has this report.
Indiana University has been planning 3 years for the eclipse, and the estimated 300,000 people expected to come to Bloomington to watch it. And with that many people coming into town and traffic expected to be a nightmare, the Indiana State Police suggests opting in to receive its emergency text alerts.
We love instant communication. We know that that will be slowed down, so we want people to be patient.
You should expect to have a harder time communicating with your phone.
When you bring a lot of people into one area, they're all going to be fighting for that network.
Getz isn't concerned about the ability for police to communicate that day. Police will have a secondary network for radio communications in place and have given troopers new portable radios and a new radio system for their cars.
We've deployed people throughout our campuses and along the bypass and have anticipated that there could be communication issues. We do that for every large event, so that's not new for us. Emergency management at IU plans and prepares for that.
But Bloomington Police Department Captain Ryan Pettigo anticipates there will be difficulties using the statewide radio system due to a large amount of traffic that is expected for the eclipse. If the statewide 800 megahertz radio system is overloaded with too many communications at one time, police would get a busy bump. This means that the system is so busy that police cannot communicate by radio. The Monroe County Emergency Management Agency and Indiana State Parks also expect limited cell and internet service due to increased use. But neither Verizon nor AT&T expect the large influx of people to impact their networks. Both say they have significantly increased the capacity of their 5G networks since the last eclipse. And neither said they experienced difficulties on their network during the last eclipse in 2017. But this year's eclipse will cover a much wider swath of the country than in 2017. About 12 million people were in the path of totality then. This year, about 31.5 million people are in line to see the eclipse. Indiana University doesn't expect people on campus will experience any slowdowns on its Wi-Fi networks, such as EduROAM and IU Guest. Since IU classes are canceled the day of the eclipse, fewer people will be using the Wi-Fi anyway.
We don't really see this as a major event, unlike what we would normally have with graduation or a football game. Take one of the days of the first week of classes at IU, we'll see over 220,000 unique devices on the network on one of those days.
If people are outside of IU buildings and not connect to one of IU's Wi-Fi networks, Spencer says it might take longer for videos and websites to load on the internet on cell phones, especially in places like the football stadium where many people will be gathered.
For the stadium itself, we actually do have a contractor that provides coverage for cell service in that facility.
Calling and texting shouldn't be affected.
Just last fall, they did a significant upgrade that increased capacity and bandwidth relative to what was there before. So that's already in place and should be ready to go when the big event happens.
For Indiana News Desk, I'm Isabella Vesperini.
During the last total eclipse in 2017, AT&T reported data usage increased by 25% and total SMS records increased 40% in the 24 hours surrounding the eclipse.